We're about to have our grand honoree, and the first year our grand honoree was Alice Waters. She was presented to us by two people we call the Cowgirls, Sue Connolly and Peggy Smith. Sue Connolly is here tonight, right? Sue, where are you? Wave. We love you, Sue. We had some of your cheese. And the next year it was Albert Strauss. And last year, representing Iron Horse, was Joyce Sterling and the Sterling family that we love so much. And to present this year, we're going to introduce my cohort, my co-chair, somebody from Palmieri Winery, but also from the family of hard work and laughter and love in Sonoma County. Please welcome Daisy Damsky.
I love her. So thank you all for coming tonight. I'm so excited because this particular award is something we give a great deal of thought from. And what we do is we reach out to the community and we ask for recommendations. Then we go to all of our last awardees and we ask them for recommendations. And then we spend a great deal of time talking about it. And when Mike's name came up, there was nobody else that was discussed. It was obviously the person who should be receiving this award. So it's a great honor for me to introduce someone who's been a champion for organic farming, a champion for agriculture at large, a champion for protecting our environment and fighting against climate change. And by the way, he was the first veteran to ever become a member of Congress after the Vietnam War. So that's a great legacy, and we get to honor him tonight. Thank you.
I'm Mike Thompson, and I have the great honor of representing California's 4th Congressional District. First of all, you don't have to thank me for accepting the award. This is a high honor, and I was blown away when you told me that I was going to receive this honor. So thank you very much. I'm a big fan of what you do, and you're so important to our part of California, and I'm just honored to be associated with you. I have had legislation signed into law at the federal level that protects hundreds of thousands of acres, almost 1 million acres. One was my legislation to create the North Coast Wilderness Act, which created a wilderness protection program. And that was about 375,000 acres that will be protected forever. And then the other major piece was the Berryessa Snow Mountain legislation that I did. And that was about 64,000 acres. Same deal, would have protected all of it. Ran into a little bit of a bump in the Congress. We had some folks on the other side of the aisle that didn't want to do that. So we went a different route. I went to President Obama, laid out my case, and asked him to use the Antiquities Act to protect that. And if you add it all together, it's 4.5 million acres that we've been able to protect. And that's pretty exciting because it's once it's gone, it's gone. And we have future generations to think about. We have a climate to think about. We have a healthy environment to think about. And all this adds to that. Our workforce, and not just in agriculture, but our workforce across the country is what makes us great. And in wine in particular, something I think everybody knows intuitively, if no other way, that you can't make good wine with bad grapes. And you can't grow good grapes without good vineyard workers, people doing the everyday heavy lift to make sure that we have the best wine and the best grapes in the world. So what's going on with immigration right now is troubling for everybody. It's causing a whole series of problems. It's never been easy. It's always difficult to be able to figure out how to make our immigration laws work. It's got people worried. It's got people scared. It's impacting both our workforce and our business community, not only from a worker perspective, but as people withdraw and not out in the public as much, they're not buying as much. So we're in a real tough spot right now, and everybody's focused on what it means to them, how they're going to recoup from this, how we're going to have the workers we need, but probably most important, how are we going to get people to understand in this administration, the immigrant community that works with us, for us, right next to us, are part of our community. This is a valuable part of our community. Their kids go to school with our kids, they go to church with us, they contribute to the community. They're our neighbors, they're our friends, they're our relatives. This is hurting America, it's hurting American business, and it's a real slap in the face to humanity. So I'm working hard to make sure that we have a federal government that understands that. I'm also working hard with both employees and employers to ensure that everybody knows their rights. In our community, we know that these folks who are here from other countries are an important part of our community. They're an important part of what makes us the melting pot of the world, and they're in large part responsible for our success. So this is interesting because you're the third person this week that's asked me about my cooking. So, but I take that as a great compliment for a couple of reasons. Number one, I was taught to cook by my grandmother and my mother. My grandmother was first generation Italian American, and my mother, because her mother was born in America, but her father was born in Italy, so she too was a first generation Italian American. We had a lot of Italian food when I was growing up, and from a very, very young age, I learned how to cook it all. And I love to cook. I'm fortunate to be married to a wonderful life partner and woman who is also a fantastic cook, and so we cook a lot together. It's helped me in politics. I mentioned that other people have asked about this, but somebody asked me this week, do I still do my bipartisan dinners in Washington, D.C.? I was able to build a lot of relationships, having people over, cooking, and both D's and R's, both House members and Senate members. You're able to build on that, build relationships, and it crosses over into the policy area. You can get a lot done. I think it's important to solve problems with everybody at the table. When we do something in a bipartisan way, it usually lasts longer, and you can address issues that you may not understand without everybody at the table. So I'd like to see us get back to a point where we can do that more efficiently, more effectively, and more often. Right now, things are terribly divided, and that's not good for us as a country. And I'm hopeful that we can get back to what we call regular order, where people are working on the issues that are important to the American people.
Mike! Woo!
Oh, thank you. Please sit down. Thank you. This is truly an honor for me, so you don't have to stand. I'm just thankful to be here. And after seeing how long that video ran, now you know why they told me I have no time to speak. Well, NorCal Public Broadcasting, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for this event tonight. But every day, you're out there working to make sure that we get the facts. You make sure that we're included, and make sure that our entire community is recognized and understood. Stars of Food and Wine. That's pretty cool, because with all apologies to the dairy folks who are here and all, well, what's better than food and wine? you just can't get much better than that. So I'm honored to get this. Jan and I are farmers. We grow Sauvignon Blanc grapes and grow olives. And for those of you who are struggling right now in agriculture, because everybody's hurting in agriculture, it could be worse. You could grow olives. I'm an outdoors person. I'm a conservationist, and I understand that both agriculture and public lands are important. They're important not only to ensure that we feed our country. I have a congressional district that's one of the most significant agricultural districts in the country. And we feed not only our district in California, but we feed the world. And it's that agriculture and it's those open spaces that make sure that we have good, clean water, good, clean air, and it's essential to a healthy lifestyle. So the fact that you recognize that and you're here to support that is very, very important. And I want you to know that I have been successful legislatively in all the things that we're celebrating today: agricultural policy, open space. You heard about the almost 1 million acres that I've been able to protect. If you add my work on the Migratory Bird Commission, it's about 4 million acres that we've been able to protect. You know how important that is. My work on climate change and renewable energy, all that is extremely important, but I couldn't do it without good partners, and you are, in fact, those good partners. So I accept this award tonight on behalf of everybody who understands how important these issues are. And I just want to close by saying one thing. I want to do a special shout out to the Center for Environmental Reporting, because the environment is so critically important. But to NorCal Public Broadcasting, the work that you do is so very, very important. And it probably won't come as a surprise to a lot of you, but I've been doing a lot of reading on the issue of tyranny lately. And I think you know, certainly intuitively, that one of the ways to really screw things up is to shut down the media. You shut down the media, you're able to accomplish a lot of evil things. And if you shut down part of the media, and public broadcasting is an important part, but if you're able to shut that down, you create a huge problem where people with the biggest bank accounts and the biggest wallets are telling you what the quote-unquote facts are. And it's scary. It is very, very frightening. All this talk about fake news, there's a purpose behind that. And we cannot allow us to succumb to that type of behavior. We need to be strong. We need to make sure we have strong media. We need to make sure we operate on facts. And it is the media that provides those facts, not some internet deal, not some social media. And, every about once a month, I post a big picture on my social media of Abraham Lincoln with my favorite Abraham Lincoln quote, which is, "You can't believe everything you read on the internet." And it's important, given the good work that NorCal does, because we need to continue to have access to the facts, not made up stuff, not the quote unquote, that's fake news, the facts. And you guys deliver. So thank you. Let's make sure that we're supportive tonight and make sure they have the resources necessary to keep going. So thank you.